Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up, my juice little lads. Thank you, little lads, you're delicious and bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that, and I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies, okay? So the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, well, the sun is not shining. So he does not have his hat on today. A little bit windy, very dry, and just a little bit chilly, okay? But it's not as chilly as what it has been, okay? Anyway, so that's that, my delicious little babies. So if you do enjoy the video today, if you like to click on the like, my delicious little babies, okay? And thank you. Please and thank you, okay? Now then, what was I going to say to you now? Okay, my delicious little babies. Where shall I start now? I've got plenty to say today, as usual. My delicious little babies. Well, let's just make a start. You see, I'm very thankful and grateful, my delicious little babies, for all of my beautiful and how I love you all so, my beautiful and delicious and wonderful little subscribers. Yes, I am, okay? Some of my beautiful little subscribers I do know, for others I do not know, okay? But regardless, how I love you all so, okay? And I always will, okay? And I will love, any, other subscribers that I have in my future. Should I be blessed? Because I'm already truly blessed now, okay? My delicious little babies, yes? So I'm not talking about you, my delicious little babies. Now then, so, but I'll say about others, like I call them, passers-by. And this is not to every passerby, by the way, my delicious little babies. No, it's not. But if somebody doesn't like it, like if your hair's up, and like in my case, like there's a couple of days ago, I had to dye my hair again, because obviously, I mean, some women go a little bit grey, and other women, do you know what I mean? They may not go grey for years. Do you know what I mean? But if you go a little bit grey, well, you like to, to dye your hair, I suppose. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? I mean, let's face it, I'm no different to millions of other dear women and dear ladies out there. Do you see what I mean? But if somebody does not like, me with my hair up, or talking about different things on a video, or or because I had a bit of grey there, before I dyed my hair. Well, if they do not like it, then simply just do not look at my channel. I mean, like, sometimes somebody could even look tired, like if they've had a restless night or something like that, could look tired. I do not care what anyone tells me. Across the board, you're not going to get somebody who looks super duper flipping brilliant and banging, 24/7 or 365 days of the year. It simply just does not work like that, my delicious little babies. So I'm done telling it the way it is. Simply just do not look at my channel. This is what kind of world we're in, isn't it? So, like, what happens is, if you happen to look, all super duper, or you happen to look smart, or all these things, oh yes, well, we can listen to you then, because you're worth listening to, or whatever conversation you're having, well, it's worth finding yourself where you can become engaged in the conversation, and things like this, simply just by the way somebody looks. Do you say? But correct me if I'm wrong. But should it not be about what different conversations, whoever the uploader, you know, YouTuber or on any other platform, shouldn't it be about what they're talking about? Not how somebody looks. Do you see? I mean, if somebody, like I said, I'll repeat it again, I'll be done telling it. If somebody does not like the way I look, okay, I know I know what I'm saying here, okay? If they do not like it, be done doing the right thing, just move from my channel, skip from it, okay? There's plenty of other videos, do you know what I mean, to take a look at, okay? You know, maybe you may find their conversations more engaging. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they've got, you know, I'm not saying it's about everyone, by the way. No, I'm not, because I have to wear a bit of concrete myself on my old flipping bird trays to come on the videos, okay? My point is that, you know, you want to be done looking at somebody who looks super duper flipping glamorous every day of the week. We'll go and look at them. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, please just do not come onto my channel. And I'm just done telling it. And it's not to any of my beautiful and delicious little baby subscribers. No, it's not, sweet. And it's not to some of the, you know, because, you know, I'm being specific here. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, I flipping damn well am. Okay? Nobody on this earth can look brilliant every day of the week. No, they cannot. Okay, and not even celebrities, and not even, do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes? No, they cannot. And not even someone who's suited and booted. Ka-ching! Could be a businessman, could be a businesswoman, do you know what I mean? And they've got the old pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change. You know, they do not look good all of the time, my delicious little babies. So if somebody doesn't like the way I look, or they do not want to listen to the conversations that I have on my videos, be done doing it. Move from my channel, skip it. I shouldn't have to feel that when I come onto a video that I have to look super duper wonderful all the time. No. If somebody does not want to listen to me. But this is the world we're living in, isn't it? This is the world we're living in, my delicious little babies. It's all about the way you look. How you look in front of the camera. Do you see what I'm saying? Who made it this way? Who made it this way? Is who made it this way. My delicious little babies. Just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. You know, others walk around, you know, absolutely. Others walk around like their own shat doesn't stink. Okay? You know, so I'm nearly 50 now, yes? So here's the fact. I'm just done telling this now, just the way it is, right? Because certain things flipping wind me up. My delicious little babies, right? Oh, yes, it flipping damn well does, right? So, does anyone feel that I'm an idiot enough to be doing all these things, having all these different creams, doing all these things, which, by the way, I've got a lot of bloody damn well knowledge in what is in certain creams. Get it right now. Right? And then sit there flipping eating. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my healthy vegetables, salads and fruit and everything. But am I going to sit there like, and I love beautiful little rabbits, figure of speech. Am I going to flipping sit there every day of the week, beep, 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 like a flippy little rabbit, and doing all these things to look like a 25-year-old to suit somebody else out there? I do not think so. Get on your back and pedal fast. Be done with it. This is what I do not like, you know. So someone looks a little bit tired, or somebody's, you know what I mean, oh, the hair isn't done right, or they haven't got enough concrete on the buttress. Do you know what I mean? There's always somebody to have a flipping pop at somebody else. And it disgusts me. But others should never walk around like their own shat doesn't stink. Because everybody's flipping damn well shat stinks at some time. Let me be done saying that. And I will not take it back, and I will not take this video down. But if my hair at some stage goes a little bit grey, well, it goes a little bit grey until I dye it. What business is it of anybody else's? What I do with my bloody hair, or my buttress, or anything. Really, what others should be doing is listening or trying to engage with the conversation that others have on bloody different platforms. Not be looking what the bloody buttress looks like. Goodness sake. Makes me damn well sick, it does. I'm not taking anything back. And this can only offend somebody out there if somebody thinks that of me. Well, be offended. I couldn't give a damn anywhere. Be offended, and be offended good. I never spend me life where somebody tells me what to look like, how to dress, what colour my hair should be. Get on your bike and pedal fast. Will never happen with me. Never. I've had plenty go on in my life, my delicious little babies. Men try to control me, and others try to control me in my life. And they never flipping got very far. Let me tell you. Anyway, it was aimed at someone. I wasn't shouting at you, my delicious little baby subscribers. And for some passers-by, if you happen to stumble across me, if you think I'm a nutcase, please move from my channel. I'm not bothered anyway. I'm really just not bothered. I just wanted to get it off my chest. And while I'm talking about this, there's another man, and he's, I'm not going to say who he is, and he, I mean, he's got his audience. And, well, I mean, I've listened to, like, his little, they're not very long, little videos, right? But the past 3 or 4 times, it's like, it's the way he comes across to his audience, to his little subscribers, who have been loyal and stayed with him all that time. Do you see? Just so that he does not have to just come in front of a camera and just talk to himself every day, where he's got no listeners at all. Do you see? He should love and respect and value those subscribers, whether he knows them or whether he does not, is not the point. But to say, oh, I don't care, you know, I don't care what you think. Well, he wasn't thinking that, my delicious little babies, when he first started out, was he? So how would it, well, I do not know how long he's been doing this for, but what I'm saying is, and neither do I want to know, quite frankly, okay? No, I do not. Not interested in the slightest, however. If he was to come on the camera from day one and, you know, and talk to himself every single day, it's like talking to 4 walls, like a box, yes? If he was to do that every single day, and he'd spent years, because, you know, some have spent, you know, over a decade, you know, like on different, you know, like platforms like YouTube and things, yes? Okay? And he still never had 1 subscriber. And no views, and nobody listened to him. Okay? Well, how would he be feeling then? Just a question, isn't it? I'm sure, you know, after a while, probably even after 6 months, he'd get mighty flipping peed off. Because I know, deep in my heart, my delicious little babies, I know that I would. Because I think, okay, well, clearly nobody wants to listen to me. You know, they do not want to listen to any common sense, or somebody using their noddle, or somebody having different views or different opinions on things. You know, maybe I'm just not working very well with the audiences, God bless them, out there. Do you see? My point in all of this, my delicious little babies, when you get to a certain, say, level, we get back to this again, my delicious little babies. So he's got himself to such a level now, yes? Okay? It's nobody who I'm subscribed to, by the way, okay? He's got himself to such a level, okay? And then he's like saying to his audience, and he's like saying, oh, well, I don't care, you know, others say, you know, why don't you even put a like, or why don't you even put a, well, I've known quite a few of those actually who do not put a like because they feel that they're more superior, you say. Do you see what I'm saying? See, that's an awful lot. An awful lot. You know, they don't want to put a like, or somebody who has a different opinion. No, not a like in that, are they? No, because of course, you know, the ones they've been trained to think a certain way. Do you say? And you got others who just feel that they're above their stations, like that one. Do you say? And he does not quite have, no, he doesn't actually. He doesn't have 70,000, no. Okay. He has less than that. But, you know, my point is, if that's how you're going to be, put it this way, I would never be one. I mean, he has done some good shorts, like little videos. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So I'm not going to say he hasn't. But after I listened to this, I mean, this is like 3 or 4 times in like different videos. And I've probably only listened, I don't know, probably to about 12, 14 of them. Not a lot. But when you're hearing, like, especially lately, and it's like, you know, he's like, you know, oh, well, I don't care. He doesn't care about his audience. I think it's damn well rude. If I was his subscriber, which I never ever would be, and again, like I said, I never ever would be anyway. It's just, you know, I'll listen, but do I want to be subscribed? No. Okay, so I'm not being nasty. I'm rather selective, there we are, of who I'm subscribed to. Do you see what I mean? Yes? So that's not being rude to any other, you know, YouTubers or on any other platforms. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's just the way I am. Anyway. So, you know, the fact of the matter is, and no, I do not feel like I'm better than anybody else. It's just, I'm just one who just doesn't want to put loads of junk in my dog and burn. I do not mean everyone's junk. I'm not saying that. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, sometimes you can like 1 or 2 videos. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but, and then you may think, oh, the others are not being nasty, but maybe you're not being able to engage in it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by it. So I do not mean that, you know, the other YouTubers or on any other platform, I do not mean that they're junk. I do not mean that, okay? So I just needed to, you know, just word that better. But if I was his subscribers, well, not being nasty, but you wouldn't see me flipping subscribe to him for any longer, if that was me. No way. Because he must be talking to either someone who just let things go over their head, okay, or, God bless, the only other type that he must be talking to out there or engaging with, you know, from a camera, is ones who are rather weak, maybe, yeah. But to me, I simply felt, especially the last 3 or 4 times, that he's clearly felt like he's a bit too above his station. Well, not a bit. There we go, a lot. So I thought I will not be listening to you again. Do you know what I mean? And not being nasty. I wasn't rude, by the way, my delicious little babies. No, I was not rude, okay? Not rude at all. But I was just pointing something out to him. You know, when one's obviously like to get above their stations. Do you say? I think he's damn well cheeky. And really, if that's his attitude towards his beautiful dear subscribers, beautiful dear little audience, well, if that's his attitude, well, me personally, I'm not a wicked woman. And anyway, what I'm saying is, you know, quite frankly, I do not give a shit. I'm telling it the way it is. If it was me, I do not believe he deserves any subscribers. The way what comes out of is the sharp that comes out of his mouth. Do you say? Doesn't deserve it one bit. Do you say? But we're still dealing with this, aren't we? And then there's others, you know, you see others. I'm done telling it. So I'm very observant, I am. And I watch. And I see. And you have others where they could go on they could go on an interview with one, you know, with whoever it is. I've been done watching it. Do you see what I mean? And they could go on a video, yet they could go on their own videos, right? And they'll never say, oh, I was talking to... Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because they want to keep everything for themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that called selfish? There we go, selfishness. But again, we're still seeing this. I was seeing some improvements, actually. But there seems to have been, what do we call it, before I even say the word? It's right on the tip of my tongue. A relapse, it seems. But, you know, you're going to get that, and you're going to get competition, you know, with other... Because that's what they do, isn't it? You know. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, it's like sometimes, you know, and this is what leads me to saying now. So I've got something else to say. So, yeah, I won't be watching that... One more sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. I will not be watching that YouTuber again. No. Not a liking. Not a liking his attitude, no. This leads me to saying now, what happened was, a couple of nights ago, okay, something just said, go on to my YouTube, because as you know, my beautiful and delicious little baby subscribers that you are, okay, who have been so very kind, so thank you, my delicious little babies, you know, to see me with my ups and downs, twists and turns, okay. You all know that I started on the 19th of December 2021. So for some of you beautiful and delicious little babies out there, you will know, okay, that's when I started. So, you know, I'm a very small channel. Do you know what I mean? But this is a beauty, isn't it? Because when you got to work for something, there we are, when you've got to work for something, you appreciate it more. Do you see what I'm saying? But because I like to give out information, I like to share things. Do you know what I mean? I do not like to keep everything to myself. That's another thing where you're taught in the word, you know, be very interesting for you, my delicious little babies, yes? It's like when you look at things that come up on your feed, like up on YouTube and on other platforms and things like this, yes? Or even if you read up on things, okay, it could be anywhere. And you'll see, oh, you know, you must not tell everybody everything, you must keep things to yourself. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that keeping little secrets? So it's like you're taught to keep, there we are, to keep secrets. Could be about anything. Could be about something you hear up the road, down the road, in the street. Could be something, a video that you're watching and you think, oh, this is really, really brilliant, but I want to keep this to myself because I do not want anybody else to see the super duper little powers in it. See what I mean? I know what I'm talking about, okay? I clock a lot of things, my delicious little babies. Now then, so let me get back to this. So, I thought a couple of nights ago, something just said, go on to my YouTube, but then what happens is, where where it says manage your videos. And then you have to, well, I've got on mine anyway. I cannot show you because I'm useless at all this kind of thing, okay? Otherwise I would. Delicious babies. But some of you'll know because if you, upload videos yourself, because I'm sure that there'll be some who are, watching, and this is going to lead me to saying something else very shortly, okay? Well, you see, and I had a look, and then what it is, it's like you've got, hold on, let me just get this right. You've got the age part, okay, because what it does, it shows you a graph as well to see how you're doing, like how many subscribers, that you've got, or, you know what I mean, and it's like graphs, yes, okay, see how it's gone brighter, delicious little babies, love you beautiful little spirit, anyway, so, I had a look. It's something that I do not normally pay attention to, my delicious little babies. No, I do not. Really strange, anyway. So it said age. So I looked at the graphs and everything, okay. And I thought, well, okay, well, that's that, anyway. I'm not worrying anyway. I'm not worrying. I'm very thankful. So thank you again. I'm very grateful to my beautiful and wonderful little subscribers. And if somebody even happens to stumble across me, well, I'm very thankful and grateful for that. Do you say? So what am I worrying about a poxy graph for? And there happen to be two. Okay? Anyway, so I looked at the age. This is just all out of curiosity. So it said 18 to 24-year-olds. 0%. So these are the age ranges that do not listen to me. Okay? Now delicious little babies. 0% for that one. Then you got 25 to 34 years old. And that came in at, so 25 to 34 years of age. I got 48% for that. So that's more like the younger generation. Do you see what I'm saying? To my delicious babies. And then, of course, 35 to 44 years old, 0% again. Do you see? My delicious little babies. Yes? So if you look at it, okay, so let me say this another way. So you've got the age, so 18, so 1 and 8 comes to 9, doesn't it? My delicious little babies. Then you've got 2 and 4 comes to 6. Do you say? My delicious little babies. So of course, if you've got 9 and you've got 6, because I've, added both numbers together. Okay, so 9, 10, that's 15, isn't it? Well, you put 1 and 5 comes to 6 again, doesn't it? My delicious little babies, yes? And then, of course, you've got the percent, so you've got the 0, and then you've got the tiny 0, then you've got a line, then you've got another 0, haven't you? So it's ... that's 3, isn't it? Then you've got the line. So I suppose it's like the silent 4. Anyway, and then of course you got 25 to 34. So 2 and 5 comes to 7. So 3 and 4 comes to 7. So that comes to 14. So 1 and 4 is 5. So, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and again, you have, and then you've got 48. So 4 and 8, yes, comes to 12. Okay, 1 and 2 comes to 3, doesn't it? And then when you've got, the percent, you've got 2, and you've got the silent 4 again. So I'll keep saying. Anyway, and then finally you've got 35. Well, of course, 3 and 5 comes to 8, doesn't it? And then 44 comes to 8, doesn't it? So 8 and 8 comes to 16. Yes. And 1 and 6 comes to 7. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? Yes. And then, of course, you know, you got, you know, with them 0%, so it's 0, large 0, 0, 0, that's 3, and silent 4. My delicious little babies. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. Really strange. Now, when we're looking at the gender, oh, so you got gender on here, my delicious little babies, yes, gender, you know, because you're a gender, aren't you? So male, so the males who apparently, only according to what I've seen, my delicious little babies, I'm just reading out what I've seen, okay? The males, the 72%, well, 72 comes to 9. Doesn't it, my delicious babies? Usually completion, because, you know, 9 is classed as completion. Then the female, look at this. The female, 27%. It comes to 9 again. 2 and 7 comes to 9. Strange, isn't it, that? Don't you think, my delicious babies? Worth paying attention to. Very lastly, to do with this particular what I wanted to say, geography. So it's a geography, okay? You know, on this YouTube that I was telling you about, you know, in the videos, you know, and all this, yes? And I hope that you're following me, my delicious babies, yes? It's just what I'm doing my best, it's not what I'm doing, I'm getting it across, okay? Is please and thank you to pay more attention to numbers. You'll find you've got 3, okay? You'll find you've got 5, 7, 9. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, 13, 33. You've got to see how this is rocking and rolling. Okay, so they use numbers, say. Okay, and this is what I'm getting across. Okay, my delicious little babies, this is not the first time I mention this. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, it's all about paying attention. Please and thank you. So the geography. So you've got the UK. You know, this is, again, who seems to look at me. You know, my videos, I'm talking about my delicious babies, you know, they're not all paying attention to, you know, whether your hair's grey or whether you're looking tired or anything like that. Or maybe she's just not wearing the nice top that I like want to wear on a video. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious babies? You know, you call them critics, don't you? The ones that never criticise themselves. Anyway, so the geography, so it's UK, right? 26% of the UK, apparently, well, you know, will have interest in my videos. And then you've got the USA is 17%. My delicious little babies. Now listen to this now. You've got coming in lastly, because it seems there's only 3. You know, 3. My delicious babies. And by the way, I've still got hair dye on my fingers, you know, to go with my dyed hair and that. Anyway, and very lastly, you've got India, 2%. So look at that, my delicious little babies. I'm just getting you to see something here. You know, it's like one's got to keep a handle on things, haven't they? See, it looks like a handle. You know, like a cup handle. You know, you look at a handle. Keep a handle on things, so. Anyway, so you've got UK, 2 and 6. Well, 26 comes to 8, doesn't it? My delicious little babies. Yes. USA, that comes to 8, doesn't it? So, well, so you've got 8 and 8 comes to 16, yes? Because 8 and 8 comes to 16, doesn't it, my delicious baby? So then plus 2 with India, Yeah, 16. That comes to 18. You break it down, comes to 9, completion again. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my little babies? But there was no other countries who seemed to be having any type of interest in my videos. Do you see what I'm saying, my little babies? Really strange, that, isn't it? Do you not think? And of course, you know, too, well, that's another number, and this is something that I'm going to talk about, but let me just go here now. So I just thought I'd mention this. For some reason, there's a reason why I'm mentioning this, my delicious little babies. I know that for some of you, you're going to think to yourself, and I understand, you're going to think, well, I do not know what you're thinking, but I do understand anyway, if you're just simply just not going to get me. And you just think, oh, she just goes off on a flipping one, she has a moan, she has a rant, she's just never happy. Well, actually, I am happy. But what I'm not happy about is when others out there think they can treat others like me like this. No, I do not like. Okay? And anybody who knows me knows that I, for one, do not deserve to be treated in a spiteful, nasty or malicious way. Okay? I have my say. Yes, I do. I'm entitled to my say. I've lived a very colourful life, my delicious little babies. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, like liar, which is what a lot of them do in the world, okay? I'm not going to do that because I'm done telling you. So I have a lot of experience. We're still learning in life, but I have a lot of experience in other areas, shall we say. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So, you know, if anybody sees me as getting on the defensive for any reason, it's just simply because I'm going to get to that anyway, but I'll go more into that. But, well, I just simply just will not have it. And really, in the world, nobody else should in their own lives. Never have anyone to tell you what to do. Do you know what I mean? If somebody, because this is the world that we've been brought into, I keep saying this. How somebody looks, how they feel. This is why we've ended up with all this plastic surgery. All of this blooming, as well, gender business and all these silly things. You know, one's ruining, God bless them, what they look like. And other parts of their poor bodies. Just because somebody else out there does not like it if they do not have the right colour hair, or if they're going grey, or if they're looking tired, so they've got to put all this blooming, what do they call it? Oh, God bless them. It's what a lot of the younger generations, what was that thing called? It's like a roll stick concealer. You know, like, so if you have had a tiring night, that you just put that on, you know, to basically it removes the bags. In fact, Nivea do it for men as well. Yeah, they do it for men as well, you know, where they can just pop that on and like they have like a little bit of a, it's like a little, well, to me it looks like a little bit of a bronzer, you know, so if a man looks tired, he can just put some of that under his eyes. So they do it for the both, for the man and woman, you say. Do you see what I mean? Because we must remember now, you do only get man or woman, 2. Not 100, not 200, just 2, okay? So anyway, I went off on something else then. Right, anyway. So I just thought I'd mention that. It's for some reason, but it just baffles me, absolutely. Well, it doesn't really. Maybe I'm playing dumb. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm certainly not that. Just amazes me with the old geography. UK, USA, India. Look at that. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. Now then, the next thing go on to, because I'm doing this in a certain way. My delicious little babies. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to try and speed through this really quick now, right? I'm on I'm on 32 minutes. the next one, this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies. So all you have to do is just go on to oh gosh, I'm trying to go as fast as I can now. Search engine of your choice. Okay, my delicious little babies, just have to put in please and thank you, BitChute, and then next to it, Lotus Studio. Okay, so it's 2 words into one, Lotus Studio. Okay, or if you just simply please, my delicious little babies, because you will be able to find it, you just type in BitChute in your search engine, please and thank you, and then it'll bring you to BitChute. You just go into where it says news and politics. You'll see a little list, news and politics. Okay, and then you're looking for Lotus Studio. Okay, but the video that you're looking for, okay, so you may see, you know, the writing underneath, is COVID, okay, 1919, okay, was an act of biological warfare against the human race. Okay, my delicious little baby, so just repeat that once more. COVID-19 was an act of biological warfare against the human race. BitChute, Lotus Studio. Okay, my delicious little babies, very interesting that these videos are not very long. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's just that, you know, it's just that at the end of the day, you know, I just like to mention these things. Now then, what I want to go on to here. So before we get to this one's more tricky. That one's tricky. Right. The next one, my delicious little babies. Now then, this is this man is Jordan Peterson. Now, for a lot of you delicious little babies, you will know who this man is, Jordan Peterson. You will know who he is, okay? I mean, God bless him. I mean, this video was uploaded 5 years ago. I mean, a lot can happen in 5 years. A lot happens to a lot of us in 5 years, my delicious little babies. Sometimes it's a 7-year cycle. Other times it's 5. Others, it could be every, I've just got 30, for others, sorry, it could be every 13 years. I just got that 13 for some reason. But then, of course, we can say that every 13 years, or we could break that down to 4. 1 and 3 is 4. Every 4 years. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? But, you know, many things can go on in different man and woman's lives. And, you know, with Jordan Peterson, I said on one of my videos months ago, I'm sure I did, I said, I'm not sure what happened to him. He was getting himself, I mean, like, super duper emotional. I mean, he did used to get, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I get emotional occasionally. But he does get very emotional, but something had changed in him and I wasn't sure what it was. Like when you look at earlier videos like this to maybe his videos now, I mean, do not get me wrong. I mean, he could be a world of knowledge. Do you know what I mean? God bless. Do you see what I'm saying? To your world of knowledge indeed. So, you know, so I'm not having a knock at him, you know, for getting emotional. No, it's good to get emotional. You know, I do every now and again. And I also like to let off steam every now and again. Anyway, but I'm not saying sorry. Do you know what I mean? Not saying sorry one bit. Not to my beautiful and delicious little subscribers out there, or for, you know, some dear passers-by. I'm not talking to you as my delicious little babies, okay? Not in, you know, not to shout at you. Right, this one, and this is in YouTube, so if you could please type in my delicious little babies. The most easiest way to do this would be to type in philosophy. Now this is, again, it's 2 words into one. So it's philosophy insights. Philosophy insights, okay? So it's together, philosophy insights. And you just please type that into the all space bar on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? The video that you're looking for is Jordan Peterson, advice for hyper intellectual people. I'll just repeat that, my delicious little babies, okay? Jordan Peterson, advice for hyper-intellectual people. And that's with, you know, on YouTube, philosophy insights. That would be in the subscriber. You just type it into the space bar, please, and thank you, my delicious babies. Now, like I said, this video, the uploader, God bless, for, you know, philosophy insights, had uploaded this 5 years ago. He has 376,000 subscribers, and this to date, this video has had 4 million views. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, Jordan Peterson, God bless him, okay, which I will say, okay, he was talking complete common sense on this video, God bless him, okay, and, well, you know, I mean, the fact is here, my delicious babies, yes, is that he was just done telling it the way it is. I was totally in agreement. It's really amazing, you know, how it just came up on my feed. Look at that. My delicious babies, yes. So it's well worth a listen. Sorry, excuse me to my delicious and beautiful little babies out there, you know, who even take the time to even, you know, want to have a listen to it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes. Anyway, that's that then. So that's ticked off. So that's all ticked off all so far. Now, this one here, my delicious little babies. Now, this is, again, if you please type it into the old space bar, okay, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. I mean, some of you delicious little babies would have heard of some of these videos, and for others of you, you know, you would not have done. I'm not feeling that there's an awful lot of, you know, I'm certainly not going to feel that a lot have heard about this one that I'm going to mention anyway. But it's well worth a listen. Okay, so in the old space bar, in the old YouTube, you'd need to type in, please and thank you, Max, M-A-X, then a space bar, Derrett, so I'll spell that for you, my delicious little babies, D for Delta, E for Echo, R for Romeo, then R for Romeo again, then then A for Apple, and, you know, T for Thomas. So Max Derrat, you know, rats. Oh, I mean, I love little rats. I mean, they're really, really sweet. But, you know, if you're looking at a figure of speech, you know, sometimes someone can be a rat. See plenty of those in the world, don't we? My delicious little babies, okay? And not the cute little baby little rats that you see running around. Anyway, the video that you're looking for, my delicious little babies, is with Max Derrat, okay? The psychology, because you'll see his list of videos, yes? Please and thank you. The psychology of the Trinity, then in brackets, why 3 shows up everywhere in religion. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I should just repeat that once more for you. The psychology of the Trinity, in brackets, why 3 shows up everywhere in religion. Okay, so that's on YouTube. The uploader, you've seen the subscriber, you could just type it in, Max Derrat, and he has 342,000 subscribers, my delicious babies. Okay, so that's all of the ones ticked off that I wanted to give as in information. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, very lastly, I had a dream about, I had a dream of there's loads of little, you know, loads of little mice, you know, like if we say there's a mouse in the house. Do you see what I'm saying, to my little babies? Now, the thing was, these mice was not in our home. Do you see what I'm saying to you? There was somewhere else, but I couldn't see them. But this was the early hours of the morning. okay? So, because I had a bit of trouble sleeping, you know. My spirit just wasn't resting. Anyway, so, and I woke up dreaming about little mice. But what it was, what they were doing is they were, like they were multiplying. So, like, it's like there was one, and then all of a sudden, like, I seen what looked like some hay or something like this. And then it's like they're just, with another one, then out pops another 5. Then, I'll get back. Then, out pops another 5 little mice. It was really strange, but there was loads. It's like there was hundreds of little mice. Anyway, so I decided, because I do have another little book somewhere actually, a special little book that I bought from this spiritual shop, many years ago. I need to find it. It's a little blue book I've got, okay? And that tells you about it. Just gives you a shorter version, okay? Anyway, fast forward. So I went on just to go and see what this means, and that's the end of my video, okay? Because I'm trying to get this closed out now for 59 minutes, okay? I apologise if some of you feel it's gone on a little bit too long, but anyway, I want to get my point across good and proper, so that for whoever it is concerning knows what's what. Right, okay, so, and this is simply what I wrote out, okay? So it starts here, my delicious babies, and it goes all the way there, okay, my delicious babies. So I'll just proceed in reading. So, if you dream about mice, and depending on the situation, okay, because others of you may dream of little mouse, you know, or a little mouse in the house, okay? Unexpected circumstances will bring you success. Yes, that's good. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, in ancient times, dreaming of mice was seen as messages from the gods. Yes. This comes from the ancient Egyptians, who believed animals in dreams are connected to gods. Yes. And seeing mice indicates, so I've wrote me writing really large so I can read your writing. Okay, and seeing mice indicates that we need to communicate with others better. Haven't I done that on my video, my delicious babies? I've communicated good and proper. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, in life, you make an enemy, or 2, or 3, or 4. Who gives a damn? Because I do not. Like I said, I've lived a very colourful life. So, let's have a look now. So there we go. Okay, oh yes, to communicate with others better. Right. We often do not think about, this is interesting now, and I've wrote it out as I read it, okay, my delicious babies. Right, we often do not think about the fact companies are built on selling mouse traps. Mouse traps. Just 1 second, please, my delicious babies. I've got to get this. Hold on. Sorry, my delicious little babies. Right, I just had to get that. I missed it. Right, okay. Now then, yes, so we often, I'm repeating this again now, we often do not think about the fact companies are built on selling mouse traps, mouse poison, sticky boards, mouse cages, or animated mouse films. As a society, we try to get rid of mice. Well, that's true, actually. Do the same with beautiful little rats as well. How sad is that? Anyway, for both. Mice are used as scientific experiments, and our economy, and as human beings, our economic growth is based on creating a better mouse trap to kill the mice. Did you hear what I've just said there, my delicious babies? Okay? Let me just repeat this once more. just so that you're getting me. My delicious little babies, please and thank you. Do not think about the fact companies are built on selling mouse traps, mouse poison, sticky boards, mouse cages or animated mouse films. As a society, we try to get rid of mice. Mice are used as scientific experiments, and our economy and as human beings, our economic growth is based on creating a better mouse trap to kill the mice. You know, go back to labs, laboratories, you know, and everything like this. Get to me, as a little babies, okay? Cartoons often portray the mouse as a hero almost every time he triumphs over the cat, okay? In America, this is only what I wrote down, my delicious babies, only what I wrote down. In America, the mouse represents the small guy beating the powerful. You know, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, oh, I can do better than you sort of thing, okay? Okay? Right, Mighty Mouse. Do you remember? Was it that one? My wings are like a shield of steel. I used to watch that sometimes myself when I was little. You know, my wings are like a shield of steel. I think that was Mighty Mouse. Anyway, right, Mighty Mouse used this model to defeat enemies 10 times his size. This is a good dream, but it is about not fearing what is there. So it's asking you not to fear these things. Do you see what I'm saying, babies? Yes, okay. In 1928, Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse as the first sound cartoons, okay? Finally, this is finally now, I've got to really be quick now. Finally, a dream of a black mouse. So this is if you dream of a black mouse, my delicious babies, okay? Trouble, it means trouble, but you will not suffer and you can do anything, okay? So that's if you dream of a black mouse, okay? Okay. So if you dream of a white mouse, peace and happiness. This is a great time to plan out your future. Yes, okay. Dreams of a brown mouse, okay. Well, grounding is required, connect with nature. And finally, if you dream of a grey mouse, clouded judgment. Don't let people tell you how to feel. I would have actually added on to that, or how to think, or how to look either. Right then, so that's the end of our video. So thank you so very much once again for even taking the time to listen to me, okay? I do have a moan, and I do have a rant and a rave every now and again. Well, not a rave these days. Well, I've never been to a rave. Anyway, so until my next video, so much to you all, my delicious little babies. So much love, okay? Please continue to feel the love. Please give a pat on back, shake the old hand to some family, some friends, some work colleagues. Please tell them they're juicy and delicious, wonderful, fabulous, and you love them so. And please continue to lift the vibration and always give a listening ear. So until my next video, God bless. Much love. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.